Gen X, are we adults yet? 12 things all cool kids are doing going into 2025. Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Greg.
We are Gen X, and welcome to our podcast. Bienvenidos. We're the last generation to grow up without internet or computers. We're the last generation that played outside all day
until the street lights came on.
We watch cartoons. Happy New Year, Gen X. Want to give a shout out to you guys. Thank you to all of our listeners, our viewers, our subscribers, and our Monday crew, that group of faithfuls that tune in each Monday to catch our crispiest episodes we have to offer. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down there in the corner over there and join the Gen X family. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. Happy New Year to you. And here comes the rest of our intro. We are now hitting our 50s, and we are still wondering, are we adults yet? That's the whole point of our show, guys.
I feel like one today.
Welcome to our podcast. Yes, this is a podcast, and if you are watching us, thank you for watching the video to our podcast. We have a ton of footage and a ton of material over on podbean.com. There are links in the description. We are coming up on 3 years now of podcast material. Some of it's on audio. Just the last few months are been captured on video. So thank you guys for watching that. But if you want to catch some of our older stuff, we have a bunch. Again, links in the description. We are selling merch. Some of our merch is illegal.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm not paying.
Being blocked?
It's not my merch. I've stolen some imagery from our childhood.
Yeah, they let you get away with it?
And, well, about to find out. I have to sell one first.
Oh, yeah.
Cheaper than a hot dog with no mustard is on sale right now. You can get your t-shirts on sale right now.
Get it before it gets banned.
We have some Gen X hoodies and other swag in our gift shop, so you guys make sure to cruise through that. And again, the links are in the description. Buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie, buy something, support the show. I don't care. It's only a few bucks. They're not terribly expensive.
So we're like a TV show and a store.
Yeah.
And a radio show.
Yes.
All in one.
We got Wayne's World beat on those levels. They weren't selling merch.
No, dude. They had no merch.
They were local cable.
They were on local cable.
Only their town. We're international. Canada, we're hitting big in Canada. It's international.
Canadians love Gen X.
Do you think there'll be a state?
That would be hilarious. Canada and Iceland.
Tell us something good, my friend.
Bro, so the craziest thing happened today.
Tell me.
I've been working. I told you I've been working on the side of the hill on my house.
Yeah.
I got that big drop off, and it just grows all this stuff every year. And I got a river out there, so I want to be able to see it.
Sure.
So I have to go out there every year and cut the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you wait till the spring, it kind of sucks because everything starts growing. Now you're cutting leaves and stuff. But right now it's all just sticks. Everything came off in that last storm. Out there cutting stuff yesterday. Did a couple hours until the batteries died on the little mini chainsaw. Then went out there again today and was hitting it pretty hard, cutting some stuff down. And a guy showed up at my house, and he just happens to do tree service.
Yeah.
And he's like, I will clear all of that for you for less than the price I've ever been quoted. And then turns out he's willing to barter for some marketing work. And I'm like, not have to go down that hill and cut any more stuff. Because I'm just going to make this guy some business cards and a website and some stuff like that and get the stuff taken down once and for all.
Let's get into this. Here's a simple list of do's and don'ts to help guide you to a better version of yourself in 2025. Remember, we are not experts. Do not take us seriously and never take our advice. Here's the best advice we're going to give you for the whole year.
Yeah. We're just going to do this once.
Remember, adults recognize and unfuck their glitches. Are you ready? Number 1 on the list of things you can do in 2025 to be a better version of yourself.
Is this a countdown or a count up?
It's just a count.
It's just a count. All of them are equally important?
I think so.
Okay.
That's why they're on the list.
They're just on the, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Number 1 is huge. I wanted to open with this one. We probably go in the most depth of this one. Depth. We're going deep. Depth.
That's another dumb word.
Depth?
Yeah.
PTH?
Yeah, that's, we could just come up with something better for that.
Deep.
Deepens.
Yes. Number 1, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, bro.
Number 2, just kidding. Number 1, a dick is someone who expresses their intolerance for others in passive or aggressive ways, often making situations worse for everyone around them. Avoid these behaviors to ensure you're not falling into this category. Here we go.
Specific dickish behaviors?
Yes,
All
you're
right.
being a dick if you Get mad at people for doing things you've done yourself.
Yeah.
That's a dick move.
Yeah.
That's a dick move.
Don't be a dick.
Right? Hypocrisy is frustrating and unnecessary. Think about your own actions before judging others. You're being a dick if you punish strangers for small mistakes. I'll teach you to not put your cart back. I'm just going to block you. I'm just going to take. I've never done that. Fucking cart narc. I'm a fucking cart narc sometimes. I'll have an attitude over somebody. You want to hear some bullshit? I'm sitting in lunch the other day. This is a real story. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm sitting at the pho spot. I'm having my bowl of pho. I'm all by myself having my pho. I'm looking out of the window, into the driveway, the parking lot driveway out to the street of the restaurant. I can see a window here and I can see the window here. I can see the street. The main street is open. I can see this guy sitting there. I start to get hot because he's not going fast enough. I'm not even waiting on him. I'm in the restaurant.
Go, dude.
Yeah, that's what I said. Fucking go. You need a fucking invitation? Go, dude. And I'm not even in my car behind him. That's a dick move. That's a dick move.
Caring about things
that don't affect me.
that don't affect you.
Good Lord. Punish strangers for small mistakes. Ever cut someone off while driving? Have you?
I always apologize though. I'm not a dick about it.
Then don't retaliate when it happens to you. I'm just saying. Everyone makes mistakes. You're being a dick if you exert yourself over others, especially those weaker than you. That's a straight dick move, right? I'm not talking just like your standard 3 o'clock high bully kind of fashion shit. I'm talking in all cases, any cases, right? This list kind of goes together. Using your position, your strength, or influence to dominate or belittle someone is unacceptable. True strength lies in kindness. You're being a dick if you act as a bully, physically or emotionally, whether it's pushing someone around or manipulating their feelings. Bullying in any form makes you a dick.
Yeah, bully dicks. It's one class of dick.
So the first thing that you can do to better yourself going into 2025 is stop being a dick.
Yeah, that one guy told us not to be a dick.
He told us not to be a dick.
Yeah,
don't
Jesus.
be a dick. Yeah, be kind.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're just not making this up. It's not the first time you've heard it.
Yeah.
All right.
Some pretty good examples out there.
Number 1, don't be a dick on the list. We went into that a little bit of detail. Number 2, don't keep track of wrongdoings. If you are remembering and holding on to crimes against you, you may not be set up for the best possible growth in 25.
Hey, that one guy told us not to do this either.
This is called resentments. And resentments are poison. Resentments are basically poison that I drink hoping it hurts you.
Right.
Because
it's like that's one of those demotivational posters.
It's one of those things because if I'm sitting there churning and grinding, I'm guilty of this. I am so guilty of this. I will be wronged. There will be a great crime against me as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge crime. And I call it grinding on it. I just and not necessarily replay that exact situation over, but like new ones, old ones, all ones. And no matter what, I'm just like, and then I'll say, fuck you, or then I'll I'm just holding all that energy in my head, and I'm just grinding on it. Grind the gears.
You're imagining different scenarios.
I'm doing all the things.
Yeah,
doing all the things the whole time, going. And then, like, if it's like my partner, my spouse, or whatever, or if it's somebody at work or whatever, they're sitting over there going, they're having a great old day. I'm over here going, little cloud over my head, little kind of shit, right?
Best day.
That hurts me. They have no clue. How adulting is that? It's called a resentment. Don't keep track of wrongdoings. If you remember and holding on to these crimes against you, you're not set up. They're called resentments. They're poison and they will kill you.
But my family's really good at holding grudges and stuff, so it kind of runs in the family.
I think my feelings are hurt.
And I don't know how to talk about it.
So I'm
just going to hold a grudge instead.
And I can justify it by saying, well, you did this thing too.
Yep. That's it. Then you cross your arms and you don't talk to them for
They got my number too?
10 years.
They got my number too. My number hasn't changed, right?
Yeah.
All the things. Don't worry what others think. Number 3, don't worry what others think. Who fucking cares?
It's especially difficult if you're under 45, apparently.
You stopped
Isn't
carrying
that the
around.
age?
I thought it was 37 or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. That's lower than that. You're good. You're good if you're 37. It gets easier as you get older. That's why old guys don't give a fuck what you think.
Give a fuck what
They will grab the waitress's ass in a restaurant.
give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
Your tribe already loves you. Anyone outside your tribe is just that, outside. There are reasons we keep our circle small. However, listen to the feedback. If you hear the same things again and again, it's real. Take a look at that shit. Your people, your universe will give you feedback. Again, if you're a dick, your universe will give you feedback. If you're doing these things, you got to listen to that shit.
If you have good people, you got to have good people to give you feedback too.
And you're the average of the people you keep your time with.
I saw a video the other day. This kid was like a group of 20-something kids or so. And these 4 guys are giving this one guy a hard time because he took a girl on a date, didn't walk her to the car. Like, what do you mean you didn't walk her to the car? All 4 of these guys are correcting this dude and giving him a hard time on basic social etiquette stuff. You know, what I mean? I'm like, dude, there's got to be more of this. Like, dudes got to be willing to call dudes out. They weren't being a dick about it. They were being cool and funny
Giving
and
them the
stuff.
business.
But they were, definitely letting them know. That's why she hasn't called you, bro.
Maybe that's why. Maybe you weren't as cool
He's like,
as
my
you
car
thought.
was in the other direction. They were like, fuck, who cares?
I'll walk you to your car.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. More of that.
Got it. Listen to the feedback. If you hear the same thing over and over again, it's real. Take a look at that shit. It's real.
If everyone else is a dick, it might be you.
Someone I consider wise once told me, if you got a problem with everybody, it's basically you're the problem. Number 4, do recognize and unfuck your glitches. Adulting 101. Continue to monitor and hold yourself accountable. It's the tone of our entire podcast. We just covered that again in our revisit to our first episode, our first podcast, which we closed the year with at the end of December. And our whole mission statement is to recognize and unfuck your glitches. Recognize your own glitches. Recognize your own stuff. Seek it out. Look to improve. Take your feedback. I'm not saying go around to everybody, hey, can I be nicer to you? Can I just, randomly? But no, listen to the hints. Listen to the stuff. Ask the people closest to you. Measure by the quality of your relationships.
It's like self-reflection. People don't. I think we're trained not to do that as much anymore.
Sometimes it's hard to look at ourselves in a positive or negative light. Sometimes it's hard, like the self-esteem thing, right? Sometimes it's hard to see ourselves as great or as worthy or meaningful, let alone fucking spectacular, right? In the same way. So I get it, but you got to recognize that shit. You can't just hold on to it. And here's the thing. You don't have to hold any of that shit. It gets heavy. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to get rid of it by yourself.
Yeah, no matter how long you've been doing it either. You don't just hang on to it, well, because this is how I've been doing it.
Well, this is just how it's like.
That's what my dad did.
Hey, you got that knife in your neck. Yeah, well, it's been there since, fucking high school when my parents split up. So I don't want to, I'm just going to leave it there. Well, no, I don't want, can I pull it out? Nah,
it's good.
I'll take, actually, I got an appointment next week. I was going to have it looked at, fucking liar.
Lies.
Recognize and unfuck your glitches. Adulting 101. That's one of the greatest things. It's so vague, but it's so to the point. It's easy. It's a single statement kind of deal. Recognize them. Unfuck your glitches. Anger, addiction, fucking racism, hate, all that fucking wonderful shit that gets passed down to generation, right? Do be genuinely kind to others. Hold doors. Give your seat. Say thank you. Be less critical of others. Be less critical of others. Be genuinely kind to others. Be less critical of others. The more kindness you show, the more that returns to you. Pay that shit forward.
Did you ever jump out of your car and help a guy push his car through an intersection when it stalled?
I've jumped out of my car and hit my face. I've jumped out of my car.
You ever jump out of a moving vehicle when you were 8 years old? You ever help guys push their car through an intersection?
I have.
Hop out? Yeah.
I have.
Do that kind of stuff.
I have.
Help a guy change a tire sometimes.
Do that stuff. Yeah. I was in Modesto going up Hatch Road overpass, and there's a guy ahead of me pushing one of those stainless steel cold tables from like a restaurant. You plug it in, it stays all cold like the condiments. You flip up all the little drawers. It's got all the stuff in it, like
Subway.
like fucking just like Subway, right? He's pushing one of those up the hill. I get up behind him in my truck, and I see at the bottom of the hill, there's another truck pulled over at the side. So I'm like, this fell out of his truck. He's pushing it to his truck because the truck's kind of in the road a little bit. It's not a parking spot on the side of the road, right? It's just not a parking spot. So I assumed that, oh fuck, it must have fallen out. So
put the whole story together.
Yeah, put the whole story together. He's pushing this thing up the hill. I tell my shotgun, I say, hey, I'm gonna stop real quick. I'm gonna help this guy push it up this overpass, right? Or finish helping him. Jump in my truck and circle if you have to, right? Go down and come back or whatever. She's like, done. So we do that, and I get out and I run up behind the guy. Hey, you need a hand? And I start pushing it. I'm like, damn, bro, what happened? You okay? And he goes, you got a few bucks I can have? I'm like, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, I'll sell this to you. I just need a few bucks. I'm kind of hungry. You got any money? I'm like, this is yours? He goes, yeah, well, I'm going to sell it. I go, is that your truck? He goes, no, I'm just pushing this over the overpass.
You were an accomplice. You hopped out of your car to be an accomplice to a tweaker.
The dude was fucking started hitting me up for money, bro. I'm like, no, but you got a few bucks? I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I left him there. I left him in the road, pushing that fucking thing.
He stole that from a Subway. Subway bandit. So you were helping out the Subway bandit.
So I'm sitting there like this in the cop car. Officer, I swear to God, I literally jumped out of my car to help him push it up the over. No. Yeah, that fucking guy. I don't know.
He was going to get you in trouble, bro.
He's going to get me in trouble, right? Anyways, be genuinely kind to others. Hold the doors. Give your seat. Say thank you. Be less critical of others. The more kindness you show, the more that returns to you. Pay that shit forward.
Just don't help out any criminals.
Here's the thing. Trust. When you hear everyone is going through something, trust that. Trust that shit. Don't offer them another fucking battle to deal with in their day. Be battleless for your common stranger, for your common person, for whatever. It doesn't cost us anything to be kind. It doesn't cost us anything to let someone have the gap, to go forward, to go next, or to slow down and get behind somebody, whatever, right? Trust when you hear everyone is going through something. Don't be another fucking thorn in their side.
There's a guy that makes videos that does that. He just walks up to strangers in the store and stuff, just walks into public places, and he just walks up to people, tells them that he loves them and whatever, something. He'll say something super nice to them. Dude, giant grown men makes him cry.
Yeah.
He's like, they'll just be like, and immediately they're spilling their guts. Like, you don't have any idea what I've been going through, man. My wife. And they'll immediately start telling him the story. And he gets huge hugs and stuff. And he just walks up to strangers and he's like, I don't know you and you don't know me. I just want to say. And he just goes into it. It's pretty cool.
Be someone who makes people smile.
Yeah.
Or don't go outside.
Yeah. Or just stay home.
I've seen the guy who will stand there on the street corner with the bullhorn yelling compliments at people.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
You look like you have a good credit score.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You look like you understand the importance of flossing or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah. That's being kind.
You guys like, I do actually. I do. All right. A, trust when you hear everything. Everyone's going through something. B, be someone who makes people smile or don't go outside. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut our audience in half in here, and here's for the fellas out there. For the fellas, this could go for the ladies, but this is for the fellas. Mano y mano. This is from me to you guys. For the fellas out there, do build people up. A real man loses nothing by building others. Only small boys tear down. Validate, inspire, lead by example. Value cultivating relationships.
Yeah. That's the Marty phrase. What is it? Inspire through... What does Marty say?
Encouragement. No, he doesn't want to motivate you. You bring your own motivation, but he wants to encourage and inspire you.
Encourage and inspire.
Encourage and inspire.
Yeah.
You bring your own motivation. Do build people up. A real man loses nothing by building others.
Yeah.
Here's how you can build others up. Number 7, show restraint. Show restraint. Adults can manage their responses to a situation and doesn't have to react to it. Pause, think things through, walk away, let it ride. When we show restraint, we also show our emotional intelligence and our ability to regulate ourselves.
It's otherwise known as shut the fuck up.
Showing restraint, just because I can, or just because I'm legit, because it's valid. Here's a perfect example. Something happened. I was talking to the old lady about this the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but something happened. I think it was one of my kids that fucked up in school or something. I can't remember exactly, but I was like, oh my God, this is legit. This is it. I can get mad at him. I remember thinking that I can get mad at him because that was the way I thought to punish or thought to like
Your justified wrath.
that's where, because now, this is important. And if it's important, it's loud. And if it's loud, you better pay attention because it's important. And I was like, oh my God, I know this is real. He really fucked up. So, and it wasn't like I could get mad. It was like, no, this is real. There was no question about it. And I got to use my old tool again. It was like to yell and fucking tell and not do any of the things like build up or show restraint or listen or ask questions or just apply. You know what I mean? It was just an emotional fucking thing.
Yeah, brute
right?
force.
SWAT team.
Yeah.
That shit. Right? And I can't remember it didn't happen there. I was just talking about it the other day, but it happened a long time ago. But anyways, showing restraint, manage my response to a situation. I don't have to react to it. I can respond to it. And let's say somebody does cut me off on the freeway. Let's say, you know what happened? You know what happened today? It's not that big of a deal, but you know what? I'm bringing the trailer home and it's hooked up to my truck. It's a 27-foot trailer. It's hooked up to my truck. I'm driving it around. I want to go to this one car wash in town. There's only one in town that's like the outdoor one with the wand and stuff. That's got the big giant thing.
So you can reach it and stuff.
So I can pull into it with the trailer that's kind of tall, right? And as I come in, there's a car coming. I'm making a left across traffic into this place, right? I'm in the middle lane. And a car's coming towards me. And I'm like, I don't want to go slow and make this car slow down a little bit, right? And so I just waited for it. That fucking car came down the road, turned right in, it went into the fucking to the car wash stall I was going to pull into. And now they're all full.
Now you just have to sit there and block up the whole parking lot.
Left.
Yeah. Never mind.
I said, I guess I'm not washing the fucking trailer today. I kind of laughed about it, but there was a part of me that was like, I would never go and say or do anything, but I could have had a rant about it. I could have felt some kind of way. I could have
jumped out like a Karen and let him have it.
I could have just parked behind him and just gave him the fucking dirty look and or just even in my own car could have been talking shit.
He probably was on his way home, but then decided to wash his car just because he saw you sitting there.
Waited for him. He held the door so he could take the last one.
Did you?
And I got nothing.
Did you have your blinker on?
I did.
That's it.
I was like, here, please, here,
Can't
please,
use your
here,
blinker
please,
in
here,
California.
please, here, please,
Yep.
here, please, here,
Yep.
please.
You invited him.
And he took it.
He did.
And I didn't get one.
Took it.
And I let that shit go.
Did and you didn't get it washed?
No. Fuck that trailer. I'll show that trailer what's what. I'm going to pull it out this week and we'll go wash it. Do show restraint. Adults can show restraint. It shows a level of emotional intelligence and our ability to regulate ourselves. Not everything is a crime against my humanity. It's not. Number 8, do set goals. I have to get my ass off the couch. I need to break a sweat during exercise, and it has to be intentional with purpose. That's mine.
Yeah.
Set goals. You got like a to-do list. You got shit to do? Set a to-do list. Those are goals. Mark them off one at a time. Write that shit down. The idea is to get the motivation. The idea is to accomplish some things and kind of break out of the dusty mold. And then one of the ways that we can do that is by writing it down, putting it in front of us. For me, that shit nags at me. And I do well with the list. I get kind of excited for it. I'll knock off a list. And it's like, I don't even need to write it. I had it all in my head. The list isn't to remind me. The list is kind of motivating. I want the eagerness, the ability, the little rush of like, complete, check. Done.
I scratched the whole thing off.
Just fucking 5-year-old crayon across the rip paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I scratched the whole thing out.
Give a fuck.
Right. Gone.
Done.
It's gone. I can't even read it anymore.
Fucking done.
Fuck that task.
Fuck you. Setting goals is there's some right ways. You can get deep. You can get basic. This easiest way to set a goal, the simplest way to write it down is a to-do list, a bulleted list, dots, numbers, or just little notes in a list down the left-hand side of the paper. Shit you have to do, right? Yep. You can get a little deeper in that. You can set them, make sure they're simple, make sure they're measurable, attainable, realistic, and trackable. That's it. SMART. SMART. Smart goals. It's not that difficult. Once you get into it, here's the benefit of that. The feeling of accomplishment is very motivating and it's very rewarding. And I think it's very adult-like. Those little series of accomplishments is what motivates people for greater things. In the world of recovery, the small accomplishments are what really fucking matter. I got up today. I got to smile today. Until you get your fun back, until your brain starts working again, until your dopamine goes, until you start learning how to have fun without the chemical or that risky behavior, whatever it is that you're addicted to, right? Those little small incremental little accomplishments every day build to bigger things. And, that sets habits, and that sets, like new neural pathways. And so you can do new things. Yeah. Making your bed every fucking morning.
That all happens while the music's playing.
All that shit.
The music montage. Once you make the list, then the music starts.
Yeah. And then in 30 seconds,
song,
yeah, you're reflecting to Kansas, Dust in the Wind.
You're good. That's when the music montage happens.
Yes, playing 9 to 5.
While you're checking off your goals.
Done. Do set goals. All right. Number 9. Do show empathy. Bring yourself to the feelings of those close to you. Feel what they feel. Empathy allows for deeper connections, deeper understanding, and deeper communication. When we empathize with someone, they feel heard, they feel safe, and they feel a sense of trust. Empathy means I'm feeling the feeling that you are. Sympathy means I feel bad for what you're going through. Sympathy.
You're a simp instead of an emp.
Empathy means I'm sharing the feeling. I'm sharing the moment with you. I might even shed a tear because of how sad I feel with you.
I'm going to jump too much though, right? My girl cries at everything that she sees, and she can't even watch someone get hurt on a video and stuff because she can feel their pain. She can't even watch it.
The absence of empathy, I think, is psychotic.
Yeah, that's the other end.
It's the opposite end. Empathy will take you a long way.
About how you feel.
You can be masculine and still be empathetic. You can stay manly and you can still be empathetic. You can still be womanly. You can still be anything Lee and still be empathetic towards your fellow human. Simply means I have a range of emotions I can be in touch with, I can use, I can feel, and still be able to come out of it and not have to absorb it onto my own. I have boundaries. I have that sense of like where I end and you begin. So I can share that moment with you, but at the end of that moment, I'm me again.
Yeah, without taking any damage.
Or taken on, or, of course, it can be a negative kind of deal, but when you get too deep into it, but those are boundary things, right? Empathy will really bond people. Empathy will really humble somebody. Empathy is one of those finer tools that kind of puts you on the top of the pile. It's one of those deeper ones. It's one of those really good ones that most people have some sense of that. And it's kind of like a sense of right and wrong, how to treat people. Well, don't do that to others. How would you like that done to you ish? Right. That wouldn't feel good. That kind of do unto others as the idea is like, how would that feel for you? Blah, blah, blah. But in a deeper connection kind of way, to stand there with somebody in their like a dark moment and to be able to share that moment with them is so powerful, especially for that other person.
Shouldn't we be teaching that in school?
I learned it in college.
I don't think I ever learned that. Like that wasn't a thing, and I don't even remember hearing that word until 10 years ago.
Right?
Seriously. That's some adult shit.
When we empathize with someone, they feel heard, they feel safe, and there's a sense of trust. Safe, heard, and trust. Relationships, value.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Number 10, don't go around pointing out the shortcomings of others. It's coming.
That's the same as number 1, isn't it?
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
No one needs a self-appointed fixer to follow them around and adjusting shit. If there's a problem, address it correctly with a conversation. Don't be a nitpicking little biatch. No one likes them. No one respects them. And without respect, your words will fall unheard.
Fuck, what was the joke? I heard something about some guy goes to hell and the guy's in what it was like a joke, right? So the guy shows up in hell after he dies, and the guy's showing him like around hell, and he's like, check out all this lava. And the guy's like, well, if we're in hell, this is actually magma. Guys, you realize that's why you're here, right?
You realize that's why you're here, right?
Yeah.
They say so much, but they never tell you if it's any good. Are either one of these any good? Sir,
What?
are either one of these any good?
I don't watch movies.
Which one is the dick here?
Well, have you heard anything about either one of them?
I find it's best to stay out of other people's affairs.
You mean you haven't heard anybody say anything about either one of these?
Nope.
You see Jay in the background.
Well, what about these two?
Oh, they suck.
These are the same two movies? You weren't paying any attention.
No, I wasn't.
I don't think your manager would
I
appreciate
don't
it.
appreciate your ruse, ma'am.
I beg your pardon?
Your ruse, your cunning attempt to trick me.
I was only pointing out that you weren't paying any attention to what I was saying.
I hope it feels good.
You hope what feels good?
I hope it feels so good to be right. There's nothing more exhilarating than pointing out the shortcomings of others, is there?
Well, this is the last time I rent here.
You'll be missed.
Screw you!
Hey, you're not allowed to rent here anymore.
Yeah.
I think how he started yelling before he was even done. He was on board with that shit. Yeah.
Jay. He's a bro.
So you thought that that Randall was being a dick for being all aloof. Aha. He was not the dick. It was the girl. She was going around pointing out the shortcomings of others.
Right. Must feel good.
What feels good? It feels so good to be right. It's a great fucking movie. Clerks. Jay and Silent Bob, View Askew, whatever, blah, 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 all the fun shit. All right. Back to the outline. So don't go around pointing shit out on people. Just keep it to yourself. If it's important, address it. If not, let it fucking ride. And if it's not your people, who the fuck are we to correct somebody else anyway? Good Lord. Drive around them. Do all that silly shit back there. I don't give a fuck. All right, getting towards the end of the list here. The last couple of ones. Do set boundaries with people. And this is the saving grace for all that nice shit we were just talking about above here. Be able to politely but firmly say no. Be able to say no and not feel bad. You need you too. And if you give yourself away freely, you will run dry and crash. Burn out. Setting boundaries may sting at first, but your tribe will respect you for it. And most people have that respect anyways. It's the toxic people that feel boundaries are a personal attack. Setting boundaries is the way we keep ourselves from going too far with all the nice shit we just got done talking about. Oh, be kind to everybody. Be kind to go out of your way. Then I'll never get to fucking work. I don't have to let everybody in front of me. You can set a boundary. Okay, one person in. Fuck you guys. I'm next.
I'm
right?
not putting it in reverse so you can sit here and let everybody in.
No. No. One, you, me, you. Take turns. Whatever the case is, set your boundaries. That's going to keep you from running dry, running empty, feeling, trampled on, people taking advantage of you, or just overwhelmed. Be able to say no. And it feels crappy. It feels weird. It is weird to say no. But the people who are worth it already respect you. People respect a no. It's the toxic ones who don't.
It's the worst thing ever.
And fuck those guys anyway.
Having to say no.
Yeah.
Just when you got a couple teenagers and they're just constantly asking you for shit. No.
No.
No, dude.
No, dude. No, dude.
No, dude. We're not doing that.
And the last one, we will close with the video. There got a little bit more, but this last one, karma. There will be consequences for your actions.
Are we playing that one song? Sick.
Karma Chameleon.
It's the only song with that word in it, isn't it?
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right.
That's vigilante at its best. However,
Not enough of that going on.
However,
we're not experts.
your actions will have consequences. Karma is fucking real. And if you fuck around too much, your world will let you find out. It will isolate you. You'll be lonely. You'll be grumpy. You'll be angry. Or things will never go your way. You'll always be an uphill battle. It'll always be a grind. You'll always seem like things are always working. It'll never have peace or serenity in your fucking life. You'll never have that calmness. And whatever you recognize as calmness will still be chaos. It'll just be less.
I think that one guy had something to say about this too.
Yeah. So I read a book.
Something about reaping and
What you sow and things like mustard seed and faith and stuff.
seriously.
Now, honestly, part of me would not condone going out and jumping some dude. I'm not willing to go to fucking prison over something like this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's more to that story. That was not the end of it.
Right. Okay. However, from the other little girl's point of view, you are not protected. Those laws and that you can't do that. You will get jumped. And if you don't, your daddy will. So so as much as you'd like to say that can't, you're arrogant, pompous fucking ass being protected by blah, but you aren't, and you will get served. You will get handled, whether this guy and his brothers come and jump you or you live a life of fucking misery and like solitude and just like, no circle and no love and no empathy and no understanding and no community and just kind of isolated emotionally. You'll live like that.
Whenever someone says misery, I just hear James Hetfield saying misery.
I think of like having a flu fever in the summertime outside.
Yeah.
At a wedding. While DJing
in a suit
with anxiety. Oh,
sounds like you might have been there.
I've done that once. It was like 102 fever, bro. 101 fever. It was I was fucking dead, and it was really hot outside, and I was just praying for death.
You had to be the life of the party. They pay you to be the life of the party, bro.
I was dying. All right, quick recap on this. We won't go into all of them again. However,
what's the most important ones here?
12 cool things you can do going into 2025. Number 1, don't be a dick. Number 2, don't keep track of wrongdoings. Number 3, don't worry what others might think. Number 4, recognize and unfuck your glitches. Number 5, do be genuinely kind to others. Number 6, for the fellows out there, do build people up. Number 7, do show restraint. Number 8, do set goals. Number 9, do show empathy. Number 10, don't go around pointing out the shortcomings of others. Number 11, set boundaries. It'll save your life. And of course, number 12, karma. No matter what the fuck you do. No matter what path you fucking choose, karma is there to make sure shit stays balanced in the long term.
Call it what you want.
Call it what you want. But karma doesn't always come back tit for tat, word for word, one for one.
Oh, not even right away.
Mine always does. It's instant, brother.
Instant karma.
Instant, brother. All I'm saying is that the universe has this fancy little mechanism. There's a lot of rewards for doing really well to other humans out there. And there's a lot of consequences for doing poorly to other people out there. Choose fucking wisely, my people. People are going through shit. Be kind. Smile to fucking somebody. Just fucking smile. Good Lord, how much does it take to fucking just, I learned the difference, and I want to share this with you. When I am like approaching other men or other guys, there's always a head nod or an acknowledgement that there's another alpha in the fucking room.
Right? The head nod?
Head nod down. You have my respect. Head nod up. What's up?
Yeah.
Think about it.
It's a message.
You pass like an older person generally like this, or other people, or some gangster fucking dude or something. You just two alphas in the same fucking room. They walk by each other. Down is you have my respect.
Yeah.
Up is what's up. What's up? Down is
up means I want to fight you.
Well, it just means it's more of a greeting. It's more of a casual kind of thing. You know what I mean? But if you get a down nod, that's a respect nod.
I don't think I started doing that like till recently, like 10 years ago.
That's a down nod.
Everybody goes, "What's up? What's up?
What's up?"
It was the Bill and Ted nod.
Yeah. A down nod is you have my respect. Down.
Yeah, because it's more like a
go.
Tip the cap.
Don't focus on what you didn't get last year. Instead of focus on what you are giving. Yes. Focus on what you bring to the universal table. If you want to be an adult, you got to let go of a few things to ensure you're giving a few things. Adulting is recognizing and unfucking your glitches. Generational trauma is real. Have you found yours? Make amends. Pick up the phone. Make the call. It's mostly for you anyway. Forgive yourself. Reflect and try again. Don't chase your dreams. Start them now. Not sure how? Leave us a comment and we'll figure it out together. Fear of failure will always prevent you from starting your dreams. As adults, we're expected to teach, so teach your good habits. There's more to life than work. In fact, success is measured by the quality of your relationships, not by money. Read. Reading is the best way to learn and grow. How about How to Talk to Anyone? 92 Tips for Being Successful. How to Talk to Anyone's a great fucking book.
Zig Ziglar.
Is that who wrote it?
Oh, I don't know. I was guessing. I thought it was trivia. Who is Zig Ziglar?
Music releases dopamine, the feel-good brain juice. Listen often. Love yourself. Are you mentioned when you list the people you love? Do you list yourself when you're talking about the people you love? Love yourself. Take risks. It will build confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities.
Mouse drop.
That's it. All those things for 2025 will correct your course, put you on a right course. And with all the wonderful things like human interaction and karma, you will be off on a really good fucking start. It's
have a
not
good year.
easy.
Yeah, you're going to have a good year.
It takes work. The person sitting next to you, wherever you're sitting, deserves your best. Anybody, everybody. You give your best. You don't get it back, that's fine. I get it. That's not your fucking circle. The guy can go fuck himself. You can go drive like an idiot behind me.
Screw you, bro.
Back there. That's going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate you guys rolling into 25 with us. All of our faithfuls, all of our listeners, all of our viewers, and everyone who have made it through the podcast to listen to the end down there. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And you know what? We do this out of fun. We do this out of just, because, we made this commitment, so many years ago to hang out once a week and do a podcast. And here we are coming up on 3 years. And so a little bit longer than I expected. I didn't expect to end or anything. I just didn't project out 3 years. I didn't project that far. So I'm grateful.
We haven't written the end of the script on the show yet.
No.
Still, the story's still unfolding.
We're still working at it, and we're still looking for, all the cool fucking guests. We want guests on the show. So if you're a cool guest and you want to be a guest on the show, hit us up. Leave us a comment. We'll talk. We'll chat.
Yeah, we can
Love
talk
to have you on the show.
We can do all kinds of cool stuff. We can put you on the big screen.
On the big screen. You want to be in a drive-in theater?
Bam.
We can go there. We can go anywhere you want. Want to be in space? We're in space. Wherever you want to be. Ooh, where do you want to close the show? Any place in time.
I just got a chance to do that. Let's go with ancient Egypt when they're building the pyramids.
Oh, I got this one of these giant Anunnaki dudes, walking around carrying giant bricks and stuff and blocks and stuff.
Just carrying it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they can do it.
Yep.
That's how they put those.
This is how they did it.
That's how they put those 325 ton fucking granite 80-foot beams 700 feet up off the ground inside those king's chamber.
It was giants.
It was those guys. Yeah, they look like wolves and shit. But they could walk.
Wolf giants.
Wolf giants. Wolfman's got no
Wolf and giants.
My name's Jason.
And I'm Greg.
Peace out, everybody. See the pinky going? That's what makes it accurate.
Yeah.
That's what makes it accurate.
That's how we can tell that you can play the synth for real.
These power chords. Because look, translating this way, anybody who plays piano, what chord is that?
What is that?
Is that a chord? Is that what they call them on pianos? Chords?
Oh, yeah.
Still called chords? Mm-hmm. So right there, I want the internet to help me.
Depends on where you place it. Middle C's right here.
Yeah.
That's on the middle C. The rest of it, tell us what chord that is.
Yeah, well, I muted it. See, I pulled it. I did a flat mute on the middle C.